Man, it's great to have you. First of all, congratulations on the premiere in Austin. You know, I just came back from that place a few months ago. I didn't know you had a movie theater in downtown that could hold 2,500 people. You had the live links. You had people on different microphones. JP Sears, who I love, was there. Alex Jones was there. I mean, it was a proper production, red carpet premiere. That's a big deal. How was that evening for you, just to be a part of that with all those people around you?
It was actually surreal. I was coming off of a crazy deadline just to get the movie finished, so we were barely sleeping. So my head was in a fog, and I kept looking around, thinking, "Is this really happening, or am I in some kind of a lucid dream right now? Are we here? The movie's actually premiering, and all these people are here to support it. This is incredible." It was really a flawless evening. It was the production that the High Wire provided for the red carpet event, and all the way through the person, Victory Boyd, who sang the national anthem, she made people cry in the first 20 seconds. It was incredibly powerful evening.
Wow, I could just feel, it's not often, Mikki, where you get, 2,500 people on the same frequency and a really high frequency, all excited about something that you spent so much time. And I could kind of feel it through the screens there. Yeah, I mean, we've been talking to Del for 3 years. He's actually on the show on Friday, and it was great to see them supporting you with Highwire. And then, of course, just a great cast of characters from JP Sears to Alex Jones, and there was tons of people there. So it looks amazing. We still premiere our films in London, but I still remember the process of booking the theater like 6-8 weeks out and then trying to find the film. And I always used to equate it to like driving a car 100 miles an hour into a brick wall, just hoping that something's going to happen. And so I think I know what it feels like, and it's a tricky situation. So congrats on, getting your edit done, for the time.
Thank you.
We have a really wild intertwined history between London Real and the Plandemic series, and I really had to think about it before we had you on tonight. First of all, people need to watch this film. So they can watch, I think, all three on your website, and we'll have links below. But, early on, when we first started catching heat for broadcasting conversations, the big one was April 6, 2020 for us, where we had the second largest YouTube live stream in the world, and it was banned about 30 minutes later. Right around then, I think Plandemic 1, that first 26-minute piece with Judy Mikovits, was making the rounds. And it was having a hard time staying somewhere. I think we got introduced to Judy, and pretty quickly we put that piece on our Digital Freedom platform. And so we were one of the places where you could kind of find it when it was really hard to find. You couldn't type the word in, etc. And then in August, when you came out with Plandemic 2, we ended up live streaming it on that platform. I got a great story afterwards because our channel got demonetized after that. It really pissed the people at YouTube off. And then to be able to support you on this the third time, yeah, it's pretty amazing that we've kind of seen that whole journey. And so many people appreciate all of those films, and they're all really different, Mikki. That's what really surprised me about this film. Each one of your movies is very different, and maybe we start there because I remember talking to you about Plandemic 2, and you were like, "Oh, we're talking to this person and this person and this person," and I think I remember you doing like a total 180 from the Judy Mikovits, Fauci, kind of virus history, potential vaccine, all the way over to David R. Martin. And it was an incredible movie that was way ahead of its time, that was calling out the Wuhan lab back in August 2020, right? When I used to tell people you get put in a padded room if you said that back that early. And then I didn't know what to expect with this movie, and you did another 180 and brought really fresh ideas. So maybe we could start with that, and then is this weird when I talk about this last 3 years of film history with you?
Well, it's a really great point and great questions, because there's a couple of answers to that question. The films have evolved as I've evolved. So as the further I go down the rabbit hole, the more I discover and the more I realize, well, this isn't really about COVID. It's what COVID was used to advance. So why would we do another film about the symptom instead of the cause? And so let's go a little deeper each time. And then the other reason for that very unique trajectory is that, back in, say, May of 2020, when the first one was released, Plandemic 1 was released, and then we started to work on Plandemic 2, there were certain subject matters that we knew, you know, I don't want to preach to the choir. Why would we want to just give more information to the converted and we all get to live in our echo chamber and say, yeah, we're right? Why would we want to do that? I want to build bridges with my films. And when in doing so, you have to be very aware of what my team we call trigger words, because everyone's very easily triggered these days, especially the people that are not necessarily with us. And so there were subject matters in 2020 that we wanted to approach with indoctrination with Plandemic 2. We wanted to talk about eugenics, and it was clear that the world wasn't ready to hear that yet. We wanted to talk about communism and what's going on, and the world wasn't ready to hear that yet. So we were very aware of, like, we have to deliver this when the people can actually receive it. Otherwise, they will just obsess upon that one subject and they will turn away from it. And then in that case, why are we making this film in the first place? And so the good news, and I guess also scary news, is 2.5, 3 years later, everyone's ready for those subject matters now because it's right in our face. And so what we couldn't talk about in 2020, we can talk about freely now in 2023, because everyone's saying this is communism, this is genocide, this is eugenics, this is depopulation. All these things that we were just very aware that we had to stay away from in 2020 are now so prevalent in the mainstream lexicon that we decided with this film, let's go for it. Of course, there are a few things I held back on that probably in 2 years from now will be, you know, free to go. But in general, we said let's make this one about the big picture so people can understand and make sense of this crazy world.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.